Hello Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Beech Grove student news. I'm Joshua Parker.
And I'm Tiana. Today we're going to take a look at community center and of course sports.
But first we're going to throw it over to Garrett Norcross for this week's weather forecast.
Thank you, Joshua. The beginning of this week is going to be sunny, but we will see some rain later in the week. Today we will have a high of 72 and a low of 48 with the sun shining all day. Tuesday will also be sunny all day as well, with hitting the high of 79 around 4:30 in the afternoon, and the low will be 60. Wednesday we will probably see some rain, while there being a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms. But on a good note, we will have a high of 82 and a low of 66. Thursday there will be a 100% chance of thunderstorms, with the highest chance being around 4:30 in the afternoon, with a high of 75 and a low of 64. Now, to end this week on Friday, there will be a 70% chance of rain, with a high of 73 and a low of 53. That is all for this week's weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
President Donald Trump told supporters at a speech on Saturday that Congress did not meet his funding for demands for border security. He may support a government shutdown this fall. Despite his campaign pledge to make Mexico pay for his proposed wall on the U.S.-Mexico border, Trump has demanded that Congress fund the project.
This last weekend, a record was broken dethroning Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Avengers: Infinity War made Disney over $250 million its opening weekend domestically and over $650 million worldwide. Many critics rate the film an 8.5 out of 10 or higher and is projected to be the biggest box office hit of all time.
A 13-country police operation has freed nearly 350 people from human trafficking network and arrested 22 people across the Caribbean and South America. Monday, those rescued included children and adults working in nightclubs, gold mines, factories, open-air markets, and on farms. About 500 police officers were involved in the coordinating raids earlier in the month in Brazil and other places in the Caribbean. They seized computer equipment, mobile phones, and cash. The plan to continue moving across the Caribbean and working to fight human trafficking.
A new exercise program will be available for Beech Grove community members soon. Here's Austin with more on the topic.
The community center is a place where things such as movie nights, game nights, art shows, and other various things are held that people in the community can join in on to have some fun. Starting on Monday, May 7th, group exercise activities will be available at the Hornet Park Community Center. There will be many activities to take part in with various different dates to attend. To join in on most classes, there is a fee that must be paid. Some classes only require one payment each time, while others allow participants to pay for multiple events at a reduced cost. Any man or woman can participate in the program as long as they are at least 15 years old and make the required payments. The first event, which will be held on Monday, May 7th, is a yoga social. This event starts at 6:30 p.m. and it will last until 7:30 p.m. It is suggested that everyone who attends makes a $5 donation. This event will be video-based and everyone is required to bring their own yoga mat. After that, 2 exercise programs start on Tuesday, May 8th. Those programs are core fitness and full body circuit training. The cost for these programs is either $5 per class or $7 for both. Then the community center will host the same 2 exercises on Saturday, May 12th at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Next, a kickboxing class will take place on Saturday, May 19th at 8:30 a.m. and will cost $5 per class. And lastly, members will be doing Zumba at 6 p.m. on June 4th. The price to join in on this event is $5. For more information, make sure to check out last week's Hornet Blast. From Beech Grove High School, I'm Austin McGuire for Beech Grove Student News.
Tonight, the girls' varsity softball team takes on Pike. One senior leader, Reese Gillum, Emily Johnson talked to her about it.
Reese Gillum has a big role both on and off the field success. I met with her to ask how the softball program has changed since her freshman year, what she did to get both academic and athletic success, what she plans to do in the future, and who is one person that has influenced her the most.
It's improved because, there's a lot more diverse players, I feel like, and it's very versatile. We have a lot more good people coming up each year, and it just helps the program a lot. Well, my freshman year, I wasn't good with the grades and doing softball together, but throughout my years of playing, I've learned how to like put both of them in play and do both of them together. Well, I'm going to IU Southeast and I'm playing softball for 4 years and hopefully a couple more after that, maybe pro or whatever else. But I'm majoring in sports marketing and minoring in political science. I would say Bgsn. She has influenced me a lot because she's been through a lot, and also I've been her little prodigy with the whole slapping situation. She's just a really good mentor. We're practically the same person, so.
Catch Reese Gillum and the rest of the varsity girls in action tonight at 5:30 against Pike at Pike High School. That's all for me. I'm Emily Johnson for Bgsn. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now we're going to toss it over to my good buddy, Jonathan Dans, for sports.
Hello Hornets and welcome to sports. Tonight varsity baseball will travel to Danville, girls varsity tennis will play Triton Central here at home, and JV softball will host Greenfield Central. The Pacers unfortunately lost to the Cavaliers last night, but they did fight hard. Game 7 was yesterday, and the Cavaliers won by a score of 105-101. Victor Oladipo is mostly a lock-in for most improved player. Oladipo's trainer said that Oladipo texted him only 16 minutes after the Game 7 loss, saying that he wants to get to work on getting better. Oladipo has also been quoted as saying, "If you don't respect the Indiana Pacers now, then I don't respect you." The Indy 11 played on Saturday in Charlotte against the Charlotte Independents. The game ended in a draw, unfortunately, and the Indy 11 will play again this Wednesday against FC Cincinnati. The NFL Draft took place last week, and here's my opinion on the picks that were made.
Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Dans. I'm going to talk to you about the NFL Draft today and how it was one of the weirdest NFL drafts I've ever watched in my entire life. Because Baker Mayfield was first overall pick to the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, first overall pick. Oklahoma, to the Cleveland Browns. No one predicted that. Approximately about 0 people said that Baker Mayfield was going to go first, except maybe Oklahoma fans. I think it's a weird pick. I don't think that Baker Mayfield's a good fit for Cleveland. I mean, he's a lot like Johnny Manziel. If I'm keeping it 110% real with you, Chief, he's a lot like Johnny Manziel. Now, I would interview a Browns fan to see what they think about the Browns picking Baker Mayfield, but you have no idea how hard it is to find a Browns fan that lives outside of Cleveland. I know 2 people from Cleveland, 2 of them. And neither of them like the Browns. They were born and raised in Cleveland, and they don't like the Browns. They're like every other sports team in Cleveland, but they don't like them.
Well, fellas, that's all for today. Back to the desk.
That's all for your daily dose of Bgsn. Reminder to follow us on all our social media platforms at BG Student News.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we go live.
I'm Tiana.
And I'm Josh. Remember, Hornets, you're beautiful, you're one of a kind. Have a magnificent Monday.